Now, I've had many questions come my way tonight. And the fact is that nothing really changes tonight, even though there is a strong chance that the Ravens can make the Super Bowl. But then, if I had the Ravens to make Super Bowl 59, then it just doesn't make a lot of sense for them to lose two straight Super Bowls. So, can't really lose two straight Super Bowls. But the General Jackson, Andrew Jackson, Lamar Jackson going to Atlanta, not Atlanta, but New Orleans to make it the battle, the war of 2012, where uh, General Jackson, he gets the big victory. So from that perspective, I will be fine. And the Bills ain't making no Super Bowl, even though they're a preseason AFC winner. Guess they need a new coach. Now, what is going my way as far as the narrative will be that the Chiefs can't win on the road, that they have not played a road playoff game with Patrick Mahomes outside of the wild card round. That will be the narrative. And if they do win on the road, then they'll be looked at as being unbeatable. That would be more dramatic than a boring Ravens team with a boring offense and no quarterbacks and a quarterback that and he has not had an MVP season. So Ravens are a joke. They will not make it to the Super Bowl. I don't care if the Ravens make it to the Super Bowl. Why don't I care if the Ravens make it to the Super Bowl? Because that means the people who think that the Chiefs are going to make it to the Super Bowl will just end up being wrong if the Ravens make it to the Super Bowl. Because obviously the setup is clear. Oh, they can't beat the 49ers. They can't beat the 49ers. Duh. 41ers are Las Vegas. These guys, more bets placed on any team. Most of the bets being placed on the 41ers. This is how they're a fraud team. And they're still telling you how they're a fraud team. They barely won any games once Samuel and McCaffrey got hurt. This team's a fraud. And they're telling you that this team is a fraud. They are a fraud. They only play with a lead. This team's a joke. This team's a joke every way around. They could dream of beating the Cowboys. They could dream of beating the Cowboys. This team's full of retards. Their Super Bowl is a Week 5 victory. This team's a joke. They don't know how to handle win the postseason. This quarterback could barely squeak by because, he got a little boo-boo. He got to take himself out of the game. But, Brady, that's a joke. Seriously, stop the crack cocaine. Stop. Brock Purdy's a pussy. He can't play through pain. He's a bitch. He's a 7th round pick for a reason because he's a bitch who can't play through pain. He's a bitch. I'd take Kyler Murray over that scrub quarterback. Kyler Murray's better than that piece of trash who plays with the lead, who plays with an offensive mind coach who understands how to win with trash. Now, this Kyle Shanahan won with C.J. Beathard over the Cardinals. This is how Kyle Shanahan can win with a pile of garbage when he doesn't have to go through an elite quarterback in the Super Bowl. So he's won with trash before because he has won with trash. And Brock Purdy is just that. He's trash. He's a joke. He's a little pretty boy, a little bitch, who is too much of a pussy to play through pain. Brock Purdy is a faggot. He is not a tough desert dog. He's a joke. And he's a fag. Play through that fucking bum-ass pinky little pussy. Because Brock Purdy's a pussy. And he's a bitch. And he's a scared little white boy who can't stand the pressure. He gives that vibe look. He is trash. He trash. He trash. McCaffrey got hurt. Samuel got hurt. He's trash. He lost 3 straight games. This guy is... Brock Purdy is bullshit. He's the most bullshit MVP ever if he wins because he is nothing but a pile of bullshit. He is a fraud. He's an impersonator. He's an imposter. He's a joke. He's trash. He's an imposter. He's a fraud. He's a born fraud. This all he is. He's a born fraud. He's a 7-round pick. Too much people have done too much drugs to suggest he's Tom Brady. This is what it comes down to. Las Vegas knows how to drug you up pretty good. They get you on the trance, say he's a Tom Brady, but these people are retarded. The guy, look at how he did against the Vikings and the Browns. He's a bum-ass quarterback. He's trash. This team they traded first-round draft picks for a running back who can get hurt at any minute's notice. This is how this team is fully imploded. The 49ers are experts of failure. They know how to implode right at the most opportune time. They don't have Dak Prescott. They have a 7th-round quarterback. He's a joke. They're a joke franchise. I rest my case. I have no other point to prove. The 49er fans think Brock Purdy's MVP. They're woke idiots from California. They're retards. They're a joke. They're not that smart. They don't look at their team. They don't look at what they've done without McCaffrey and Samuel at full health. They're stupid and they're brainwashed and they're suckers for Las Vegas. This is what it comes down to. This is what it comes down to. This team's a joke. They're a joke. The sack guy is nowhere to be found. Because he is completely wrong after tonight. Clearly. But the Cowboys can't beat the 49ers. They can't beat the 49ers. Eagles are frauds. I rest my case. I told you they've been frauds for weeks. I rest my case. You heard me say this team is frauds. This fraud team. Frauds. Clearly the Eagles are a joke. They have a juvenile head coach who does not carry himself with a professional demeanor. He's a joke. He's a wanker. He's a joke. No, Lamar is losing. He is full-blooded black. He can never, ever win. Slavery still exists in the NFL. He is number 1. He is Kyler Murray. He's the number 1 pick. He's an Iceman winner. He is the top dog out there. Lamar, he's only picked number 32 because he can't throw. He's trash, and he can't throw. This is why would Patrick Mahomes lose to a trash quarterback who can't throw? Chiefs are making it, period. Lamar's trash and he can't throw. Why would the white owners have this guy who can't throw, who's a run first instinct trash quarterback, lose to Patrick Mahomes, blue-eyed quarterback? He's got a little white daughter, 3/4 daughter. It's never, ever going to happen. Dak will have to get through Patrick Mahomes. He's got to get through Pat. But they both have white blood. They both have white blood. What a sack of shit sack to suggest that not Jalen Hurts the next face of the league. You gotta understand how this shit works sometimes. Eagles have had black quarterbacks for years, but they have the white quarterback lead the Eagles. Carson Wentz, and they had Nick Foles, the white quarterback, be the hero. It's white supremacist league. Dak plays like a white quarterback. He steps back. He can be mobile like Aaron Rodgers, but he plays like a white quarterback. This is what it comes down to. You don't play like a black quarterback. This is why Prescott's the hero. He plays, keep on the traditional pocket passer. You got to have a pocket passer to win. Jalen Hurts is a run-first clown. He's a joke. He proves that he cannot get this game to be close because he is a runner. He is a system quarterback. He runs behind his lineman's ass. He makes a living off of getting 1-yard runs on third down. He is a fraud. Well, Dak is a winner. And Dak can make plays in the pocket better than the fraudulent quarterback on the Eagles who only beat a trash Giants team and a team without a quarterback. They are trash. Eagles are trash. They are a fluke team. They are garbage. Because they are garbage. And they have no class whatsoever. Their heads of security need to stay off the field. This is a juvenile garbage organization. No wonder why they've won one Super Bowl in over 60 years, because they're a joke franchise. That's what it comes down to. Andy Reid, who was their scapegoat, won his second. He has more Super Bowls than the entire garbage Eagles organization. They built a jail at their stadium because they're trash. I don't need to say anything else. I rest my case. He has disappeared because his fraudulent system quarterback, Jalen Hurts, is nowhere to be found. Colin Kaepernick was the fraud quarterback who can't pass. He can only throw. I've exposed all these guys. I'm telling you, some dumb face, Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray. He's better than Jalen Hurts. He's better than Dak Prescott. He doesn't play on a great team. He's better than any of those quarterbacks. He's number 1 overall. He's not a 4th-round scrub. Where was Jalen Hurts drafted? 15? And he still can't throw. And he still never amount to anything being a Super Bowl winner. He still fumbled tonight like he did during the Super Bowl. He's a choker. He had the easiest ride to a Super Bowl of any quarterback I've ever seen in my lifetime. I know a fraud when I see one. You don't need to be black to be a fraud. You can be white and be a fraud like Brock Purdy. Don't think this comes down to race. It doesn't. Brock is white and he's a fraud and he's a joke. But he's the next body. Oh my God. He had to be on his cocaine to suggest that Jalen Hurts was the new face of the league. He was definitely on his drugs. He was definitely on the shrooms. He was definitely on the powder. And Brock Purdy, the next face of the league, y'all drugs. You're not paying attention. Not paying attention. Quarterbacks will win every different year. Patrick Mahomes still the face of the league. Patrick Mahomes going 5 Super Bowls. Now went 4 Super Bowls. It ain't ever gonna happen like that. Different quarterbacks gonna win every different year. Not every different year, but most different years. Your Joe Burrows, your Dak Prescott, your Kyler Murray. He not fully blooded black quarterback. He got some white Korean Asian blood in this guy. That's how your white supremacist league run. You understand, man. You gotta understand. And it's that easy. It's that easy. That's how it will be. That's how it will be.